Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am here for my March releases video, and hopefully this is going up on time. I'm trying to get back into the rhythm of doing releases videos because they're one of my favorite ones to film because I get really excited about all the books coming out. So without further ado, let's get into the books. As far as the big releases go this month, we are finally getting Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor. I am so excited. This release date got pushed back and pushed back and pushed back, and I think it's finally here. We're getting this on March 28th. I know nothing about it. I don't want to know anything about it. She's one of those authors that I just want to experience and enjoy. So I am so excited for this. March 28th cannot get here fast enough. We are also getting Traitor to the Throne by Alwyn Hamilton. This is coming out on March 7th. This is a sequel to Rebel of the Sands, which was a really big debut release of last year, which was very well received. So I'm very excited about this. I am not so excited about the cover change. I think this is the US cover, which is terrible. I'm pretty sure I'm going to order the UK version because it still matches the original series. Why would the US do a cover change, like, right in the middle? Especially because I think this is a duology. Correct me if I'm wrong. But it's only 2 books. You couldn't keep it consistent for 2 books, guys? Like, come on. But this is coming out on March 7th, and I'm very excited for it. And the last sequel that's coming out that I want to talk about is A Crown of Wishes by Roshni Chachki. And this is coming out on March 28th. This is the sequel to A Star Touch Queen, which was so atmospheric and different and unique and was so good and refreshing to read in the YA world, so I'm very excited for this. This is also coming out on March 28th. So the first book that I want to talk about is probably one of my most anticipated reads of 2017. I can't express how excited I am for this book. And that is The Inexplicable Logic of My Life by Benjamin Alire-Sainz. And this, first of all, it's beautiful. And it kind of goes with his first book, which, in case you didn't know, was Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe, which is one of the most, like, beloved books of all time in the YA community. It's just so good, and without reading too much into it, because I just want to experience this book, it pretty much sounds like it's going to follow a lot of the same LGBT lines that his first one did. I believe we're following a 16-year-old boy who lives with his adoptive gay father and is also growing up in a Mexican-American family, so I think we're gonna have very similar vibes, but I'm just so excited to get a new story from him. It's gonna be so good, guys. I'm so excited. This comes out on March 7th, and so excited. The next book I want to talk about is gonna take a drastic turn from the, like, feel-good vibes of that book, and that is Hellworld by Tom Levine. This comes out on March 21st and just sounds like a really awesome book for October, but I'm probably still gonna read it when it comes out. In this book, we are following Abby, whose mother was a co-host on a ghost hunting reality show and went missing when they went to explore a famous haunted cave. So fast forward 5 years, Abby is determined to find out what happened to her mom, so she joins up with the son of the other co-host, I guess, and his friends, and they travel to this haunted cave to find out what happened to her mom, why she went missing, and what primordial ghostiness is there, and it just sounds so fun. I'm so excited to read this. The next book I want to talk about is Garden of Thorns by Amber Mitchell. This comes out on March 6th, which I feel like is probably going to change because I don't think that's a Tuesday. But we are escaping into a fantasy world in this one. It is following Rose, who has spent the past 7 years in a burlesque troupe of slave girls. She finally gets a chance to escape by taking a hostage while she is performing for the Emperor, I believe. And little does she know this hostage that she takes is the rightful heir to the throne, who also happens to be planning a rebellion. So I think he's gonna throw a wrench in her plan, but it sounds great. It sounds like a really awesome, fast-paced, dark fantasy story. Next book I want to talk about is Hunted by Megan Spooner, and this comes out on March 14th. This is another Beauty and the Beast retelling, which I'm a little over, but I'm also really into Megan Spooner's writing. She was one of the authors on These Broken Stars, and I just loved the writing in that. And it just sounds very good. It's a fantasy version about a girl who grew up in high society and all of a sudden her father goes bankrupt and they have to move into the wilderness. And this is a wilderness that she has been kind of studying for a while because she knows there's something dark there. The Beast, obviously, but it just sounds really good. I'm really excited to see what she does in, like, a fantasy world, not necessarily like a sci-fi world. So again, March 14th, very excited. The last book that I want to talk about is The Bone Witch by Rin Chipeko, and this comes out on March 7th. This just sounds right up my alley. This is following a girl named T, which is great, who lives in a family or a community of witches, and when she accidentally brings her brother back from the dead, it is obviously discovered that she is what is called a bone witch, and apparently that is very feared and ostracized in her community, so she's kind of struggling with that, being ostracized from her family that she's grown up with, when an older, wiser bone witch takes her and her brother under her wing and they go off to a foreign land to kind of train up her powers. And she has darker powers than that, and it just sounds great. I love witch stories. This just sounds awesome. I love the premise. It sounds so great. So March 7th is when this comes out, and also look at the cover. Just look at it. It looks so good. It's so pretty. So those are all the books that I want to talk about that are coming out in the month of March. I hope you guys are excited for some of them, because I know I am. I hope you're reading some amazing books, and I'll see you in my next video.